holistic nutritionist Joy McCarthy is here. You're in my house, in my kitchen actually, and I'm going to show you what is stocked in my fridge right now. All right, so let's get started. I'm going to show you what's in my beautiful fridge. Ta-da! So as you can see, this is a pint-sized fridge. I can't wait. Someday soon, once the Bambina comes, we'll be moving and we'll have a little bit more space. So let's start with the top shelf. First of all, I always make sure that I have stocked iced tea. This is homemade iced tea that I made, and it's a gazillion degrees outside right now in Toronto, so I like to stay hydrated. Way better than fruit juice, which is just sugar, water. Don't drink that stuff. That's gonna make you hangry. So iced tea I have here. I also always keep your hemp hearts, hemp seeds in your fridge. Once you've opened them, they're a great source of protein and anti-inflammatory fat. Really, like I said, really good source of plant-based protein. So they're great to sprinkle on salads, sprinkle in your granola, whatever you like. And I always make sure that I have homemade nut milks. So this one here is so good. This is my homemade coconut milk. It is so easy to make. I've got a recipe on the blog. There's a recipe in my book. Way better than that Tetra Pak stuff, which is full of sodium and preservatives and junk that you do not want to be eating. By the way, I use this for everything from baking to my smoothies every morning. You could use it with granola. I also have, I always store in glass containers all my nuts and seeds, and I keep them in the fridge. Now, if I wasn't planning on eating these soon, I would actually put them in the freezer. Keep your nuts and seeds in the fridge or freezer because they'll stay fresher longer. The good fats will, it prevents them from going rancid. And I also have some macadamia nuts too. I don't buy a lot of them because they're really expensive, but they taste so good. And these types of good fats and proteins are awesome to keep you feeling fuller longer. If you saw my hangry video, you know what I'm talking about. To prevent getting hangry, you want to have good fats and protein. I also have some kombucha, which is a fermented tea beverage. This is the ginger one. It's so refreshing. And at the back, you can't see it there, but I have homemade barbecue sauce. I have homemade coconut butter, which it sounds really fancy, but the homemade coconut butter is just the leftover coconut from actually making my coconut milk. And then I also have back there homemade homemade chocolate almond butter. It sounds really fancy, but it's not. It's so easy to make. Okay, on my next shelf here, sorry I was a little lazy, I bought hummus. I love hummus, normally I make it, but when you're buying hummus, just make sure it has the least amount of ingredients possible. Of course, I have tons of avocados, such a good fat. So avocados, I just love like doing smashed avocado on a piece of toast, you know, putting in a salad, making a cream sauce. I always have avocados stocked. This is sort of the last little mason jar of my homemade granola, which I keep in the fridge because it has nuts and seeds in it. And then, of course, you'll see I often have in my fridge leftovers. Like these are pancakes I made the other day, and I made a batch of about a dozen. And so then for breakfast, I just pop them in my toaster, slather a bit of coconut butter on it. Oh, so good. And then, of course, I have leftovers from last night. These are my organic roasted potatoes. Love potatoes. Don't be afraid of potatoes. As long as you eat them with the skin, lots of fiber, and they can be blood sugar balancing. In the back, you can't see it there, but I always have fermented foods. I have sauerkraut, I have kimchi, I also have olives. I love olives. Olives are such a good pre-dinner snack because the good fats, they tide you over before dinner. Then on this shelf, more nut and seed butters because they're such a good source of plant-based proteins and good fats, so you feel fuller longer. And if you saw my hangry video, you already know how important it is to have protein and fat at every meal and snack to balance your blood sugar and prevent you from getting hangry. I have some sheep's milk yogurt, love it with my granola, lots of good probiotics in that. Mushrooms, I have my Greens Plus. I take my Greens Plus every single day. I take the kids version because I am pregnant right now. And then on this shelf, I just have a variety. I have my fresh organic parsley. I've got a lovely, beautiful bouquet of kale. I love my kale. I switch up my leafy greens every single week, so I don't always eat kale. Sometimes I eat spinach, sometimes I do arugula. You know, make sure you have lots of variety. I have this beautiful cucumber from my mom's garden. Pretty awesome. I can't wait to eat this. I have all these baby heirloom carrots, organic carrots. I don't know if you've had heirloom carrots before, but can you see how they're all different colors? So they have all different kinds of phytonutrients, and they have different flavors too. It's really interesting. Some of them are like more peppery tasting. Got some corn on the cob, and then in my crisper here, I just went shopping yesterday, so I'm very excited about this because I have tons of different fruits here. I always make sure that I purchase organic as often as I can. And then in here, I have more vegetables. I have more carrots. And I have beets, ginger, radishes. These radishes as well are from my friend's garden, super fresh. Now I'm gonna swing around here. There's not very much here, but that's actually kind of the point. When I go to people's homes and I open their fridge, they normally have like 10, 15 different bottles of salad dressings and sauces. And it's kind of scary because that is a hidden source of a lot of preservatives, additives, excess sugar, sodium, junk for your trunk you just don't need. So as you can see, I have very little. At the bottom, I have really good quality local maple syrup, great for making salad dressings. It has lots of minerals. I have tamari sauce. This is organic gluten-free tamari, which is fermented. It's made from fermented soybeans. I have my apple cider vinegar. Once I've opened it, I do actually keep my apple cider vinegar in the fridge. If you don't, it just ferments more. And I also have all my all-natural mustards. I love Dijon mustard. If you check me out on Instagram, you probably know I make a lot of salad dressings with mustards. And then I have some different vanilla extracts, and then of course all my supplements that need to be refrigerated, my probiotics, my omega-3s, my liquid capsule vitamin D. Up here I have my organic eggs. I always make sure I have fresh eggs in the fridge because they're such a low cost, high quality protein. And at the top here I have some organic butter. Always buy organic butter because toxins are fat soluble. So if you're not buying organic butter, that's just like a toxic slab of fat. It's kind of disgusting. And my husband loves his cheese. So I always buy cheese, but I just make sure I get really good quality cheese. Like this brand here I really like. This is Organic Meadow cheese. Awesome stuff. And I also have some sheep's milk cheese here as well. I love like manchego. I love goat cheese. Those types of cheeses are much easier they're much less allergenic and easier for people to digest. So that's pretty much it. That's what's in my fridge. I will be doing a future video on what's in my freezer. I'm also gonna do a video on what is in my kitchen pantry. So I hope that you guys like this video. Please feel free to ask me questions below, comment. I love reading your comments. Give me a thumbs up if you like this video, and be sure to subscribe below, and of course, have a joyous day. Bye guys.